From inspecting merinos in Dubbo to co-piloting a Black Hawk over the harbour, no member of the royal family has made as many visits to Australia as Prince Philip, and footage from some of those precious moments has never been seen until now.
1948, the year Prince Charles was born. Ask any dad and they'll tell you it's the best day of your life. At least that's the right answer. Because right up there for a sports-mad Prince Philip was probably this moment, captured weeks before his firstborn arrived. The Duke with our Don at Balmoral Castle. The Prince sharing tea with the Australian cricket team at the end of their winning Ashes tour.
The cricketers walked with the royal family in the grounds during this very happy and privileged occasion at the conclusion of their brilliantly successful tour. Princess Margaret with Miller and other members of the team, and the young Duke of Kent with the Australian captain.
6 years later, a newly crowned queen cruised through the heads of Sydney Harbour with her sailor husband, who'd been here before. This from a state banquet inside Sydney's David Jones store.
My husband is no stranger to this country. He was here in the war and has a great admiration for Australia and Australians.
The 2-month coronation tour was widely covered in the media, but there are moments lost to history until now. Like Prince Philip, bored by the races in Sydney, clearly no Ascot, or here he is inspecting the royal rears of merinos in Dubbo. He pioneered the selfie with a quokka in WA.
Frankly, we're not sure if we've got a quokka or not.
Desperately tried to hide his amusement as a windswept schoolgirl welcomed them to Canberra. And he caused trouble, big trouble, touring the suburbs of Sydney alone.
Then through Surrey Hills and Redfern to look at slum clearance work and to greet hundreds of youngsters who lined the streets, many of them seeing him for the first time. Redfern is called an underprivileged area, but it's getting all the privileges today. For Grandma, it's a highlight of a lifetime.
This solo appearance by the Prince pushed the whole royal tour behind schedule. Melbourne forced to wait as Prince Philip watched wrestling at the South Sydney Boys Club.
The boys have been practicing for this for months, and they're flat out to put on a real show. So it's up and over as they fly the vaulting horse. 8-year-old Dennis Mangan is there to give the Duke a few words of expert advice on the manly art of self-defence, and Dennis is very earnest about it.
There are royal moments we thought were famous first, but rare vision now proves Prince Philip paved the way, like royalty at Bondi. Think Prince Charles caused a fuss? Well, think again. Philip and the Queen drew a record crowd, although maybe the location was lost in translation.
Later, she attended a great rally of Bondi Beach, that natural glory of Sydney, that the Queen's memories of the tour.
And when Prince Harry co-piloted a Black Hawk over Sydney Harbour in 2015, he flew in famous footsteps. 67 years earlier, his grandfather did the same in a Navy chopper.
His Royal Highness is, of course, a pilot himself, and in Britain often flies his own aircraft. It's in keeping with an alert young man who has streamlined the working of his own royal household. It's only a quick flight that the Duke gets time to get a new angle on Sydney Harbour and a certain well-known bridge. Modern royalty is certainly modern. Too much so, some of the old brigade say, but Australians like his breezy informality.
It was that breezy ease that blew into a mateship with Australia lasting almost 70 years. We never really needed the pictures to prove it, but here they are, just in case. Davina Smith, 9 News.